I liked it. A little less paprika, maybe.
Yeah, I went a little hard on it. Paprika?
Paprika. You say pap?
I thought you were saying pepper-ika.
I know what it looks like.
It's P-A-P, right? Not P-E-P-P-E-R.
No, it's P-A, ain't it? I say paprika.
Paprika.
I'm so positive and excited to do this. I love sandwiches.
Big sandwich guy, love them. You know who doesn't?
I like something that's like a moderately crusty, but nice and kind of soft on the inside.
You know, a sandwich is like a little microcosm of a meal.
It's sort of the dish you make when you don't have anything else.
I've had a lot of sandwiches in my life, and I just can't get enough of them.
Today we're in the test kitchen making our favorite sandwiches.
Hey guys, we're in the test kitchen and I'm going to show you how to make one of my favorite sandwiches where you want to get the highest quality ingredients you can get. All right, it's just baguette, some good cultured butter, nice room temp so you can spread it, and then I like to get a nice ham. I know out in France it's like a very common thing, just a butter, ham, baguette kind of deal. It's delicious, it's simple, it's wonderful. You know, this one's pretty fresh, it's nice, but sometimes I even like to, before you cut it, heat them up a little bit in the oven, just get them a little nice. Let's do that real quick. Boom, right in there. You know, it always reminds me, I worked at this deli a long time ago, and this one guy would come in all the time, and you know, and he always made a point. He said, on both sides of the bread. He always wanted, and at the time, the folks I grew up with, like my family, no one was putting like butter as like a condiment, like on like a sandwich. But in certain areas, it's like very, very common. I know maybe wherever the hell this guy was from. Great story, Brad. Oh yeah, perfect. Cultured butter is just like regular butter, where you take cream and you separate it. You separate the buttermilk from the solid fats, which would be the butter. And cultured is when you take that cream and you inoculate it with like bacteria and yeast. Like it gives off that lactic flavor, that lactic acid. It's like when you get a real good butter that's kind of tangy. And look, we'll put a little pepper on the bottom, just a little. It's all about for me, it's all about the little bundles, you know. I'm not trying to hear that. Whoop, just a little. And here, it'd be nice if you had the little, let's do it, frig it. I got some sauerkraut. Imagine that. So I'm gonna add a little bit. This is a nice little spicy turmeric sauerkraut. Okay, look at that, nice little crunch. That's the secret topper for sandwiches. You know, people put the giardiniera, the pickled this. So look, we got half with sauerkraut. All right, and look, we got a party. It's like 30 people on the shoot. So we'll cut them in little thingies here. Boom, there you go. Bread, butter, ham, sauerkraut, butter, and bread. Sauerkraut optional. It's delicious, but it doesn't really need it. It's actually very good with it. It's simple. I knew it was going to be good because it's a fantastic sandwich.
So this is, looks like actual BA's best muffuletta. I don't want just like some squishy Italian hero roll. I want something with a little bit of character to it. So I also love that you can basically assemble this sandwich kind of large format and then cut it to serve. I want meat kind of on the outsides, and I want olive relish kind of like right in the middle. This is Genoa salami. This is mortadella. I mean, this is not like one of those kind of like Italian hero, like oil and vinegar situations, like per se. This is our olive salad. So like tangy pickled spicy peppers, olives, shallot, garlic, all that stuff. Just like bringing a little bit of moisture, a lot of flavor, a lot of punch. So I've got prosciutto. And then I've got, how are we pronouncing this, guys?
Gabagool.
Gabagool. All right, we're going full gabagool on it. All right. I just find like the provolone gives a little bit of sharpness. The mozzarella gives you a little bit more like moisture, you know. Just keep going. If there's anything that flatbread taught us in a probably totally unrelated episode that will have no meaning to you whatsoever. Just keep going.
Let's go.
From here, you can wrap this, okay? It's only gonna get better. VA's Best Muffuletta. Make some nice fat wedges. Got Genoa salami, I've got mortadella, gabagool, and prosciutto. I've got provolone, I've got mozzarella, olive salad.
Today I'm going to show you one of my favorite sandwiches. It is actually inspired by a recipe that is online called the nicoise toast. So it's an open-faced, a smoky sort of paprika, mayo, oil-packed tuna, olives, marinated shallots, and herbs. I'm going to cut my bread. I think I'm going to give it a little toast. So the paprika mayo is kind of like a Cheater's aioli situation. I'm going to do a little bit of grated garlic, a little bit of smoked paprika, a splash of sherry vinegar, a little bit of salt. These have already been soaked in a little bit of lemon juice, salt and sugar, so they're kind of like lightly pickling. Nice high quality oil packed tuna. I'm going to drain the oil. Okay, so I'm trying not to break it up too much, keeping it in nice flakes. And then I've chosen to add also oil cured black olives for like a little bit of like a salty, briny situation. Just seasoning the tuna a bit because it's been sitting in oil, so it could use a little bit of lemon juice to brighten it up. Mayo on both sides. Duh. I guess I can start adding this. Okay, so these are about 8-minute eggs. This is a really weird knife I'm using, but I'm gonna just go with it. I'm cutting them, seasoning the yolks always. And then we'll do some pickly numbers, my torn olives, and then some little dill sprigs. And then I'm going to give the whole thing just a little squeeze of lemon juice and a little drizzle of olive oil to keep it all nice and saucy. Et voila! We'll call this a Spanish bagnat. Am I going to get in trouble for that? Mayonnaise on the bottom, some really high quality tuna, sliced medium boiled eggs, pickled shallots, oil cured black olives, and herbs. Anybody want some of my sandwich?
Yeah, I'm starving.
Come over here, it's really yummy.
A little shallot on there?
Yeah, pickled shallot.
Whoa.
And black olives, sliced eggs.
I love black
tuna.
olives.
Obviously, tuna.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
You can have this breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
That's like right now, it's between breakfast and lunch.
This one is kind of a riff off of one that I had growing up. I think it's a famous sandwich shop, but it's called Bianca's. This is not the exact way they made it. They had like more of an Italian bread, but I'm just kind of using just some, I'm slicing some white bread up. So the components are sliced white bread, some Swiss cheese, mozzarella, turkey. I have some pepper turkey, but kind of any turkey. Really thin, you want it kind of nice and drapey. So first off, I'm just going to brown the bread a little bit. Golden, almost golden brown. Like, I don't like to take it too far. That feels right. I just want one side toasted. I'm gonna make a sauce.
Do you measure on your sandwiches?
No, never. I'm gonna add some Dijon mustard. I'm gonna add just a splash of the juice. Okay, coarsely torn. Just kind of dress it. Salt and vinegar is kind of classic to a lot of Italian subs. I'm just gonna spread the mayonnaise, mustard, and a little bit of the pepperoni juice. I don't like it kind of layered. I want it kind of drapey, just so kind of each bite varies. Some Swiss. 2 layers. And then flip it. I would say it's inspired by childhood, stoner vibes, because I was a former stoner. There's so much like texture going on between like the fresh, crunchy, like watery iceberg, and then like a bit of heat from the pepperoncinis, both in the juice, chilies themselves, and then the jalapeno chips. And then you get like really good bites of fatty mortadella, Swiss cheese, and the pepper turkey. So good.
So my sandwich is a fried chicken sandwich. The best, I think I got the best sandwich. Like, we're being honest here, right? So I like to use a Martinez potato bun because it's sweet and squishy. This has been lightly toasted. I'm going to make a little condiment here, a little kicked up mayo. So I always use Hellmann's. To kind of lighten up the mayonnaise, I'm stirring in a little bit of labna. It gives it some tang and acidity. I'm gonna spike it with a little mustard oil. Like when you smell it, it's horseradishy, not like your typical spicy mustard. So it's really great in like rich dishes to really cut it, kick it up, perk it up. A lot of like desi chats have mustard oil and cilantro, so it felt good here. It felt like it needed to be here for me. The main like driving force behind all the flavors is this stuff. This is called idli podi, and it's a chutney masala. So this is my sauce. It's very, very like vibrant, perky, and it's gonna be great with this chicken. I like to use kind of too much. Generous. This is a chicken thigh that's been marinated just like Southern style. Hot sauce, buttermilk, dredged in flour, but the twist is it's fried in ghee. Ooh, so that adds like a nice like nutty flavor. And I'm going to dust it in this idli podi. It's already looking pretty good, right? No? For me, this is the correct ratio of chicken to bun. I want my chicken popping out. Shredded lettuce. I really like iceberg for stuff like this because I don't want flavor or complexity. I just want crunch. We're gonna get all this lettuce on here. Just you wait and see. Flip, double flip. We have squishy toasted Martinez potato bun, kicked up mayo with labna, mustard oil, and chopped cilantro. Crispy fried chicken thigh dusted in idli podi and crispy shreddis. So you really get a lot of like punch you in the face mustardy heat from that mustard oil, which is really nice against the creamy, fatty labna. My favorite thing is the idli podi. Adds a really nice nutty flavor. You get like a kind of a little umami flavor bomb happening. It's delicious. It's wonderful. I love it. Best sandwich. I think I won this one. I finally won a round.
Today I'm going to make one of my favorite sandwiches, California veggie. It's a really good vegetarian sandwich, and it's really crunchy, and it has like all kinds of things that I love. I have a lot of romaine and a little bit of this buttermilk dressing. The avocado, Chris's version, you smash it a little bit and then it sticks to the bread. So it's got to be served on like hippie bread, something grainy and seedy and whole wheaty. I'm just a mustard and mayonnaise person. I put it on all of my sandwiches. I usually toast the bread unless it's like really great bread that doesn't need to be toasted. So like a baguette that you bought that morning. So I think I'm gonna put this like this. Maybe a little drizzle of dressing. Why not? Oh, the lettuce. Never to forget. Ready? Ha-ha! California veggie sandwich. Seedy bread. Smashed, seasoned avocado. Then we have a layer of dressed crunchy romaine. Pickled vegetables. Fantastically thin cucumbers, also dressed. Munster cheese. An assortment of delicious fresh sprouts. Mayonnaise and mustard on both sides. And it should be pretty drippy. Best eaten alone.
My favorite sandwich is from Court Street Grocers, which is this amazing sandwich shop chain in Brooklyn. In my opinion, the very best sandwich they do is called a broccoli reuben, which basically has all of the elements of a regular reuben, but instead of corned beef, you use roasted broccoli. Fundamentally important thing with reubens, use good rye bread. So the first thing I'm going to do is just butter one side of these. I'm using a cast iron griddle that spans the length of 2 burners. It's like the best thing for any kind of like diner style food. So this is roasted broccoli that's been seasoned just with salt and pepper and olive oil. They've just become like really beautifully charred. And now we're going to melt some Swiss cheese on top of them on the skillet. Just going to put, I don't know, feels like a 2-slice kind of day. And cover this with a bowl. And then the cheese is going to melt super quickly. I'm only doing it on one side because I don't want the whole thing to be like super crunchy all the way through. Very carefully. Ooh, yeah. Let me see if I can do this all in one go. Not quite close enough. So, toasted sides face down. Humback sauce is going on both sides. So, okay, I'm going to take my cheesy broccoli, and then on the other side, I'm going to put some sauerkraut. And then I'm just going to close this. Press it down a little bit. Okay, so you've got sauce, cheese, broccoli, kraut, more sauce, buttered bread. It's truly like the perfect bite. It's very good.
Hi, I'm Gabby, and today from the Test Kitchen I'm going to show you how to make one of my favorite sandwiches. It's actually most like a snack I do at home whenever I'm hungry, and all these ingredients, you will find them at any time in my house. Today I have this nice ciabatta. So now I have to wait until the bread is toasted. Let's talk about something. Apparently the origin of sandwich comes from like the 1870s or 1800s or even before, from this gambler in England who refused to leave the table because he didn't want to mark the cards with his fingerprints. He will order a piece of cooked meat and ask for a piece of toasted bread and put it in between there so he could still be playing cards. So that's why everybody started knowing it as a sandwich. This is really good butter. Thank you, guys. I feel special. Good amounts of butter. I'm known for putting tons of butter on my bread to the point I feel like I eat butter with bread. Really fancy mortadella. I never tried it. I'm gonna put a lot on it. There. Oh my God, it smells delicious. I have an easy trick that I've been dying to show in camera. So if you go to a picnic and you don't have a bowl for your potato chips and you're afraid of 20 people putting their hands on the bag, not knowing what they have in their hands, this makes things easier. Ta-da! This is what I go for when I'm hungry and upset. Not upset, I don't need upset, but when I'm hungry, I always have these ingredients at home. I'm taking this to my desk. So good. Harvest.
We're here in the test kitchen, and I'm going to show you how I make one of my favorite sandwiches. And let's do it, yeah. Start with bread. They call bread the foundation of the sandwich. My foundation is focaccia. Heavenly pillowy texture. So we're going to start with this guy, breaded chicken cutlet. You could slice and fan out. I like, for the sake of the cross section, the photo, I like a full chicken cutlet on there. Cheese-wise, fresh mozzarella. If you wanted to do this warm and melt the mozzarella on top, you could. I'm deli style. I'm all deli style all day. Cold cheese, thinly sliced. You don't need to be pretty with the cheese. It's just about covering up the meat. This is an Italian deli staple. It's leaking juice, whatever. Red bell pepper, roasted. We are going to slice it and just kind of drape these across. The thing that makes a sandwich great is the condiments. Very roughly chopped. Some Castelvetrano olives. In true Italian deli fashion, Calabrian chilies. Mayo. These are going to get mixed up for a little bit of freshness. We're going to go with some pesto. And again, this is not about looks. Okay, last thing. I always think a sandwich should have a little bit of raw onion if it's going to be a cold sandwich. Gives you that kind of crisp, clean, spicy element to it. Okay. Always a bit of pressure. Push down. My last name's Delany. Sounds Irish. It is Irish, but I'm mostly Italian. This is the Delany Italian chicken cutlet sandwich. The moment of truth here. Oh yeah. Look at the layers here. Focaccia, cutlet, mozz, roasted red pepper, onion, olive, Calabrian chili, mayo, pesto spread. That's good. I've made a lot of sandwiches in my day. I wasn't surprised it was good. It was always going to be good.
So my favorite sandwich is like more of a toast, but they said it counted as long as I could eat it with my hands. Chili cheese toast is kind of like a very standard thing you'll see in Indian household, and for the version I grew up with has tomatoes on the bottom, usually some kind of crusty bread to start, cheese, but not just any cheese, Amiel cheese. Almost like cheddar with a plot twist is how I would describe Amiel cheese. Ugh. Boom, that is Amiel cheese. Actually, you know what, I think this is just gonna, nope. It grates really beautifully and it melts really nicely. I'm gonna do nice and thin slices. I like to nestle some chilies in there for a little spice because chaat masala isn't that spicy on its own. Tomatoes go down first. Then I'm gonna put the cheese. I like when it spills over because like then these parts get a little like crisp and crunchy and you can kind of just have those as snack. I'm gonna touch these chilies with my hands, although that's not advisable. I don't know how long this will take. Let's start with 5 minutes and see how it goes. This is what we're looking for. The toast is nice and toasty. We've got some little charred bits. This is the largest box of chaat masala I've ever seen. I love it. You'll find it in a lot of Indian street food. I like to go really liberal with my chaat masala. Oh, we're going really liberal today. There's that one. There's that one. Oh my God. The bread is just like a nice, neutral, sturdy base. Got the tang of the tomatoes. The chilies are spicy, a little charred. And the cheese is like golden and bubbly. And then just hit it with chaat masala. Oh, yum. I wish I had a glass of milk right now.